There is so much mixed information out there that recommends what it is that you need to be doing in order to be growing a profitable yoga business. A lot of these recommendations could work, or they could end up causing you to waste more time and money. Every yoga teacher has their own set of life requirements, wants, desires, goals, and needs. And so for that reason, there is no cookie cutter solution to how you should run your business and the type of offers that you should create. Some yoga teachers are completely okay with teaching part-time forever and don't really plan on making this their full-time business, and that's okay. But my guess is if you're watching this video, you are probably trying to figure out how you can go all in and take your love for sharing this practice with others and create a purposeful and profitable business out of it. So today I'm going to walk you through the number one thing that you should do in order to create a profitable yoga business that supports your unique life. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I help multi-hyphenate yoga teachers and wellness coaches build out of studio businesses. On this channel, we explore the strategies and tools that help you grow so you can work less and live more. Now, the one thing you should do to create a purposeful and profitable yoga business in the next year is get really clear on how much money you need to make versus how much money you want to make. This sounds really simple, but this actually requires you to do a little bit of deep digging, reflection, and even some shadow work around what you believe you are capable of achieving, what you believe you are worthy of receiving, and what you want to experience in this life, as well as the types of contributions that you want to deliver to the world while you're here. When you get clear on that, then it becomes so much easier to map out daily actions you can take in order to get there. Since we're talking about running a business, we have to start the conversation by talking about money, because in order for a business to survive and be healthy, there has to be more money coming in than there is going out. Remember, money is just the man-made currency that we use when we're talking about the exchange of energy. It's how we quantify time spent on doing something, or effort, or value. And once you realize that that energy is actually infinite, then you'll also realize that money is as well. Although there are so many people around the world that like to tell you otherwise, it's just not true. What you want, you can have. You just have to be brave enough to ask for it and open enough to receive it. So I would especially recommend doing some shadow work on money if you feel really uncomfortable talking about money or selling or receiving money or asking for more money, because more than likely there are some blocks there and some stories that you are telling yourself that are holding yourself back from flourishing in your business. Understand that money is neither good nor bad. It's just a means for moving through the material world and creating the experiences that we want in this life. So I'll link a free 6-day shadow work challenge for you below if you're interested. Definitely go check that out. Okay, so on one side, you may feel like you have to make a certain amount of money in order for others to view you as successful, even though it may be much more than what you really need or want for the life that you desire to live. On the other side, you may be leaning into false beliefs about how much money you can actually make by choosing the path of teaching yoga, because the industry and society has flooded you with false information about how you should or shouldn't live and what you should or shouldn't want. So where do you start? Well, here are the 3 steps you'll need to take in order to align your personal wants and needs with your business and the way that you want to serve and contribute to your community. Step number 1, step into the future you 12 months from now. Here's the thing that the most successful and abundant people on the planet and the greatest manifestors that you and I both know will tell you about their success. They all saw it clearly happening in their mind and believed it was true and possible for them way before it arrived. So stepping into the future you requires that you take some time to meditate, get still, visualize, and then journal out what your ideal future life looks like. What do your days look like? What are you working on and who are you working with? How long are your work days? And then how much time are you leaving for resting or connection with the people that you love, for creative play and hobbies? All of these things matter. And you want to get into the daily practice of stepping into and embodying the energy of your ideal future life by meditating, thinking about it, seeing it in your mind's eye, and fully feeling the emotions tied to that future reality, believing that it is a very real possibility and already on its way to you. This is how you become magnetic and align yourself energetically with that reality and allow the material and physical world to shift in order to meet you where you are energetically right now. When you create a ritual and daily practice of stepping into and embodying the energy, mindset, and habits of your future self that's already living that ideal life that you dream of, you open yourself up to the right opportunities that will get you there. So clarity on what your day, your week looks like in that ideal dream future and what it feels like. That's step one. Step number two is you're going to calculate your current expenses and know your current income goals. Look at your personal and business expenses and literally add them up all up on a spreadsheet. Add things like your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, gas, insurance, class pass, credit card payments, the cost of your manicure, online software that you use for your business, subscriptions that you have, equipment costs, yoga mats, camera gear, subscriptions like Zoom or Flowdesk, Kajabi. Add in your average grocery cost per week. And then when I do this exercise, I always like to add 10% or 30% to that number just to make sure that there's a bit of a buffer and maybe a certain amount that you're putting away for savings. You never know what life is going to throw at you, and so you want to have a nice cushion for whatever unexpected expenses you may have for the month or for the year. Now, that number that you end up with, whether it's 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, that's the amount that you currently need to make just to cover your expenses and collect some savings. Now you can take a look at your current income and write down all of your current income streams. Know how much they are each bringing in every single month. I always like to underestimate because in this business, sometimes sessions get canceled, classes get canceled. And so sometimes you may have planned to earn 5,000 for the month and suddenly you're only bringing in 3,700. Now you have a big problem. To better understand where I need to focus my energy each month, as in what do I need to grow? Where do I need to find new opportunities or students or clients? I like to reverse engineer this by looking at my current offers and figuring out which offers will bring me the most cash flow each month. And then I only focus on growing those. So here's an example. If I make $100 an hour with every one-on-one client session I teach, but then I make $250 an hour for every corporate yoga session I teach, I may want to focus on acquiring 2 new corporate yoga clients a month instead of one-on-one clients in order to support or better support my income goals and needs. So now you know how much you need to make in order to cover your current life and business expenses and what income streams you need to focus on in order to meet that baseline number. And by the way, if you're looking to grow your one-on-one client base, I've created a free workbook on 13 different ways to find new private yoga clients, and I will link that for you below. Or if you're more interested in building up your corporate yoga clientele and land at least 1 new client in 30 days, I've dropped all of my favorite strategies in a special program called Corporate Yoga Accelerator. Okay, on to the last step. This is step number 3. You're gonna calculate what your future dream income is. Now, going back to that future visualization exercise, I want to make another spreadsheet here to calculate all of your dream ideal life future expenses. So in that future reality, do you own a house? Then add a mortgage and taxes and insurance and the maintenance costs. Do you drive a nicer car? Add that. What about travel yearly? What do those expenses look like? Add those in there. Organic food at Whole Foods or your favorite grocery stores, add that in as well. Want to regularly give and donate to your favorite organizations? Add in those charitable expenses. Literally list out your dream life expenses here. And don't forget to include your business. What does your dream business look like? Do you have an assistant now? Do you maybe have a video editor? Are you paying for certain other subscriptions? Add all of that in there. The purpose of this strategy is to keep you in alignment with what you need now versus what you are working towards and calling in. For me, personally, this has been so helpful in keeping my energy invested in the right spaces and calling in the right opportunities that will help me get what I need financially now and move me towards that ideal dream future reality. This way I can take daily action towards that and stay on the right path. It's so easy to have shiny object syndrome and get excited by all of the opportunities that come your way, but not everything will be in alignment with what is going to help you in this moment and what is going to get you to that future reality. Some opportunities are meant to keep you where you currently are. And so it's important to have a daily ritual and practice of energetically aligning and stepping into that future person, that future you that you want to become. And allow that version of you to make the best decisions today by saying yes to the opportunities that are going to keep you in alignment. And more importantly, say no to everything that pulls you away from or off of that path. Okay, so let's recap. So as you start making plans for the next 12 months of your life with the intention of growing a purposeful and profitable yoga business, the one thing you need to get clear on is how much money you need to make versus how much money you want to make in the next 12 months. And you do this by, number one, step into the future you 12 months from now. Number two, calculate your current expenses and know your current income goals. And number three, calculate what your future dream income is. Know what you need right now and then know exactly where you're going. That's how you build a purposeful business that supports your ideal life. If you're watching or listening to this in real time, then I want to invite you to access the best workshop I've ever taught. It's called Life by Design, a business planning workshop. This workshop will help you to connect with what it is that you want to call into your life in the next year, and then design a business plan that will get you there. Basically, designing a business that best supports and sustains your life. And so I'll link that for you below as well. That's it for today. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.